Hello, just a really quick point to suggest, how you can also play this game optionally in campaign mode as being a bit like that sort of EVE Online experience and sort of how that would work. The group working together, actually, taking care of a ship together. I'm not going to go into actual specifics of this, but just to really give a quick glimpse, how you could work together and how the ship itself kind of can become a character and how you can pump all your money into this money sink of a ship, well, upgrading things and that. So hence that sort of computer gamey Eve or Elite experience, like the computer game Elite, those kind of things. So like for instance, you can pay for the different mainframes and a list of the different mainframes, all with their different prices. The cost of an Apollo, or the different Mother series from 6,000 up. All the data storage solutions and all the prices and things that they cost, and like the different items you can buy. Actually, have to buy all this stuff, for the group. If you want one each, you have to buy one of each, and cost of tools and cost of medical supplies, pharmaceuticals and food and drink, as we covered before in another video. And then we got like vehicles and the cost of different kinds of vehicles and their stats and passengers' maneuverability, speed, hull armor, and all this sort of malarkey. And then each kind of a vehicle, so hey, we might want one of these deployed, or you recognize this, of course, the APC. And the costs and stats on all these items. So here we have a cargo lifter, transport sled, and things. But then, someone just waking from cryostasis there, with probably a nasty headache. Hypersleep and all the effects of that, and talking a little bit about space here. But then spaceships, we get into spaceships and how that would sort of work as trying to make money, salaries and living expenses, and what your salary range might be depending on what you do, and the kinds of media and entertainment and religion and law enforcement. It's all covered in this book here. And then we jump straight onto spacecraft basics. So we have the different kinds of classes of ships, all with core components, internal modules, armaments, and upgrades. So then that idea is, these different priced classes of ship. So all with their own attributes, of course, and what that means. And so again, if you were like a spaceship type person, that would grab you if you wanted to play a campaign that way. And a little bit about how it would be having your own ship, little being able to actually own your own ship is a hell of a thing, versus actually trying to lease it or something like that. Core components and the kind of stuff that make up that, and the internal modules, a whole list of those kind of things, like having a cryo deck, having a corporate suite, and the cost of having all those things. A bunch of stuff about escape pod stuff there. There's a Corvus class ship. Armaments, there's the offensive and defensive countermeasures and costs of all that. Reworking your ship, and that's, there it is, mounting new modules or armaments to your ship. Or you can make upgrades to it, and you'll need to find a dry dock on a major space station or planet-side colony. The cost of a module or armament typically includes the work of fitting it to your ship. It can take a week or more, depending on the size of the module, if you're willing to pay extra to get it done faster. So it's that idea as well. Upgrades, ship upgrades, kind of things, hard points, overpowered thrusters, blah, 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 blah. Regular maintenance. So it's all here, the kinds of spaceships, and more on the types of spaceships of this era. There's a Bison. And then, of course, it rolls into space combat, which goes into all this, group positions, distance zones, approach velocity, detection, initiative and turns, to Glaring actions, sensor operator actions, pilot actions. So you get that sort of, like some other games have done, where you get Star Wars Edge of the Empire sort of thing, or Rogue Trader a little bit has done that, hasn't it? Where crew designated places and they take their own specific actions on the ships, gunner actions, engineer actions, and then kind of how the damage thing works. Minor component damage, major component damage tables, and trying to actually repair your ship. Space Combat Panic Roll. Panic Roll's just for that. Yeah, so you get an idea here of what that would be like, that experience of sort of longer term play. Optionally can be done like that, but then again, you could play a campaign as colonists on a planet and touch none of this. So, or heck, you could even play a campaign as Marines, but or something else that I haven't thought of. But there it is, a glimpse into that side of playing it in campaign mode. See you at the next one.